And plus it's a narrow trail, so
Yeah.
stay in the center of the trail.
And he said don't get off it because there could be poison ivy.
And they try to spread it as much as they can.
Huh.
Watch for critters there.
Alright, critters. Oh, snakes. Oh, we got a... We're in the National Forest here? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
There may be poison
Wonder what
ivy
kind of
snakes.
permits they gotta get from the Forest Service from this.
There may be poison ivy snakes.
How long of a walk did we go on?
That's interesting.
Half an hour.
It better not be that far. Let's take the shirt off.
I'm scared now that he said that. That I'm gonna get poisoned or get bit by a poison ivy
Guys, we'll
snake.
take our first little stop right here. If you want, you feel free to get a little closer, take some pictures.
I'm sure this is gonna be.
Guys. And I do apologize, you'll have to bear with me. I'm just kind of getting over a cold, so I'm a little congested. I'll do what I can, but, you know, I might be a little more soft-spoken than I usually am. But otherwise, guys, again, feel free to take some pictures, both out here, all throughout the cave tour. Take as many pictures as you guys
I
want.
want to take a picture.
Otherwise, we'll stop again here, talk a little bit about how they found the cave, that type of thing. We were actually found back in 1929 by two brothers, Pete and Thurston Lean, who were just a couple loggers. And they were out here working one day when their dog took off chasing after a rabbit. So they actually came up here trying to find their dog, happened to find the cave too. So they did try to mine for gold down there. That was their first real motivation for digging out the cave system, checking the place out, hoping to find gold. So after about a year looking, never really found gold, nothing of real value for a mining operation. So they did start running the first cave tours then back in 1930. So it has been a few years already. Otherwise, it looks like we do have another group coming, so if you guys don't mind, I'll have you kind of stay to one side of the platform. We'll let you get up and out and head by.
What do you think, buddy?
Pretty cool.
Yeah?
Alright guys, so one more thing before we head over towards the cave. You've seen more information here along the way about bats. Now we actually don't have bats that stay and use our cave system. Long story short, there's a lot of little wild caves around here that don't have as much moisture, don't have the human traffic, so they like to kind of hang out in the little wild caves. I know I saw one of them just down here a couple days ago that had about 40, 50 of them. So, you know, we do have a lot of bats in the area, but we probably won't see any in the cave system. Long story short. So let's go ahead and head over this way. It can be a little slippery on these rocks, so just watch your step.
There's like a little mine down here. That's amazing.
Alright guys, so just a couple more quick things before we head into the cave. We are in a limestone formation. The Pahasapa limestone formation does surround the whole Black Hills, and it's a ring of limestone. And if you're not very familiar with limestone, just take a look at it out here. You can see it's a type of rock that does have a lot of cracks in it. And what happens is throughout the years, water from rain and snow washes down those cracks and just slowly washes out the limestone bigger and bigger until you end up with a cave system. So that's kind of the basics, just water and limestone. Since it sounds like we got some, you know, thunder, lightning moving in, stuff like that, we'll just go ahead and head in here. I'll touch base with a couple more things as we head in. So watch your step here, guys. We'll just duck right in the cave.
What did you say, buddy?
He thinks it's cool. Jordy thinks it's
It's cool and really nice.
Alright, so watch your step here, guys. Feel free to start looking around this upper room a little bit. Watch your step here, guys.
I bet Uncle Mike's place is down here.
Yeah. We'll start going over some of those CCC workers and what they have down here.
I don't want to go there. Yeah, it's all good. This is I don't know if it's still wet. And it was like this the whole way.
Is there like a lens in water? Yeah, wash.
Yeah, the CCC came down here and worked that way. It would have been kind of cool if it was. But, you know, they did have to do a lot of work in here. And we are owned by the Forest Service. It's federally owned out here. So they had the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC, come out. And those guys spent nearly 10 years down here throughout the 30s and into the 40s. And if you're not familiar, just a quick refresher, CCC, they were put into place by Roosevelt, part of his New Deal, lift us out of the Great Depression. You know, so those guys worked down here. They spent about 10 years all by hand, breaking up the rock, leveling out the floors, carving out the staircases. So we'll talk more about those guys too as we start seeing more of the work they did. That's just kind of a brief little bit. Like I said, nearly 10 years getting this place set up this way. Yeah, you know, we've got a lot of that neat boxwork up here. If you're picturing like stalactites, stalagmites, you'll see all that at the bottom where we've got a lot more water. Up here is like a dry area. Good question.
Hey, Joe, tell everybody how scared you are.
This was my idea.
She doesn't like it. Chesney's coming to life in a cave. She loves it.
Are you YouTubing again?
Yeah, absolutely. Want to say hi?
Oh, hi.
One great question about some of the colors for boxwork is you've got cracks in the limestone. Good question. So from the doorway that we go in, we're going to go down about 126 stairs. So it's about 115 feet from where we came in. But you probably notice we're going deeper into the hillside. So just like straight underground terms, it's about 220 feet. So like a little deeper. Now, Pete and Thurston Lean, I mentioned, were loggers. So they were hoping these were quartz crystals, which can be a good indicator for gold in an area. But they weren't so lucky. We don't have quartz crystals down here. We have calcium carbonate crystals, calcite crystals. And if you've ever taken Tums, Tums is actually about the most well-known example of that, calcium carbonate. So it's a real pretty stone, but it does react with the oils in our skin. So it's not very valuable, not often used in jewelry. And that's why you'll see a lot of limestone caves like this for tourism, show caves. You see beautiful formations, but they're just not worth a whole lot for mining. You know, you can bet if it was extremely valuable, they'd mine it most likely.
Is that light got a good charge?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
All right. And you guys have had some good questions. Just keep them coming. If you have any others, let me know.
Don't hold the railing, buddy. You with both hands. Go.
Mom is. What? Careful, Greg.
126 down, 126 up.
Watch out for the rock. We got crystal. That's cool. Crystal. That's crystal.
Very careful. It's wet out here. Careful.
Sorry, I'm just taking my time.
That's good. Just one step at a time, buddy.
So we probably noticed it looks a little different down here than it did at the bottom. Most of this lower level of the cave was actually, like you mentioned, shorter. It was just a couple feet tall before the CCC came through. So the cave system, I mean, we're talking 2 or 3 feet tall, but really wide and sprawling. So what they would do a lot of times is just dig a path through the middle, stack the rocks up off to the sides. You know, so we can kind of start to get a feel for just how much they really did have to do. Again, all these walkways, all this rock is what had to be cleared out.
Can I go like this?
Yeah, just a couple feet tall.
It's opening up.
Daddy, hurry up.
Okay.
Dad,
One of the girls spotted a little face up there, a little alien face. He's kind of cute. Take a look at Billy. Billy does go all the way up to the top, actually.
Oh, air hole.
One of the things they did was fill the cave up with purple smoke and have somebody come out
See the mouth and the eyes?
no.
But he needed a little alien bedroom at night.
Those are all the bats back there. See all those green lights? That's all the bats I see.
Nah, that's just.
That's just decorated.
I like when they're excited. I'd much rather have
Daddy,
that.
there's a little hole. You can see those 2 holes.
They're pretty cool.
This.
What do you say, dog tooth spar crystals?
We'll start talking about some of these hanging things. Alright, yep, girls, we'll just kind of hang out in this little room here. Different stalactites, stalagmites of our hanging formations. So we'll kind of touch base about some of this stuff again. I think the easiest way to think of how the cave grows is like a hard water buildup, basically. So if anybody has real hard water, you line buildup in a shower, same idea. Yeah, you can check out the carrot patch over there. That's awesome.
It looks like dots.
Looks like that.
Wait, is that like almost like a playground? Is that like a rock or something?
Oh, it's great.
pig?
It's a real pig.
Where?
Why not? Why couldn't it be
I don't know what pig is. It's real, then why isn't it breathing?
It is pretty. Oh, okay. I grew up in a small town with a lot of farms. I spent a lot of time in real, unfinished, rough basements.
Looks like a beer pong. Oh, it does.
Oh, it sure does.
Just trying to get to the vampire teeth. Like that pig.
Ah, vampire teeth.
Mommy?
Hungry now.
Yeah, it's awesome. All red. This kind of stuff kind of looks like caramel.
That's something. One of the ladies just mentioned all the stuff that looks like caramel. All the stuff that looks like a waterfall running down on the floor of the cave is flowstone. Again, it's all the same material. It's all that calcite we've been talking about. Just different angles as it runs through the cave. Alright, ladies, go ahead and head over that way. Yeah, we'll head over there next. Check out some of our flowstone coming down over there.
Guys, look at it there. There's like this green moss stuff sticking out. Kind of looks like grass. Yeah, and if I touch any of this stuff, I'm gonna take 3 showers tonight.
Alright, nice work so far, everybody.
Like,
Any questions?
I can touch the ceiling. Now I see why I took 10 years.
Yeah, like I said, not very tall, but it was pretty wide. You can see way back there, but it's just a couple feet tall.
Well, you guys are all dug.